Great are the intentions and promises the candidate makes that were enumerated last time. He dared not make these on his own, relying simply on himself. Thus the whole Church joins in prayer to ask the Father to pour out his graces upon this limited man. The candidate prostrates himself in humility to show his utter dependence on God's grace and mercy. Perhaps the words of the prophet Ezekiel could come to mind, cutting through any pride. You are a man and not a god, however you may think yourself like a god. It is as if the Lord is gently yet firmly saying, do not think you are above human emotion, of human shortcomings, simply because I have called you. Why do you marvel at your own weakness? You are a man and no God. How needed it is for this litany of prayers to the saints who lived and gave witness to Christ through the centuries. All present join in imploring the saints in heaven to offer their prayers, which have a strength far beyond our own, for these men. And not just the saints' prayers, but the prayers of all the faithful. How I have come to see that my vocation is sustained by the faith and prayers of even the little ones, your children. In my first 2 years in the seminary, I received so many letters from different schools. I remember that at least a couple times their letters had come just at the right moment to bring me back out of the depths of questioning my vocation. I am only a deacon today because of children like them. That is why I must continue to ask for and thank you for your own many prayers for us. After the concluding prayer of the litany, the moment of ordination has arrived. It is a profound moment done in complete silence. The candidate kneels before the archbishop. The archbishop lays his hands upon the candidate's head. The laying on of hands has ancient origins, used by the Israelites to designate someone for a task and to invoke upon them the divine blessing and power to perform it. It was used and continues to be used also by the Church to appoint men to roles of authority like that of priest, giving them the power of the Holy Spirit to perform their office. It is a simple gesture. Perhaps outwardly it appears anticlimactic, but there seems to be a reason for the simplicity of the action. What more complicated action would express better the profound spiritual change that has occurred? The man's very being has changed. His is no longer candidate, but priest, a new name for a new identity. Silence. It seems that at the profound moments of life, nothing but silence will suffice. One can imagine silence at the creation of the universe from nothing, silence as life is breathed into the first man, silence at the conception of every man after him, especially silence at the moment of the birth of God in the lowly Bethlehem stable, silence again at the moment of his last breath on the cross. Silent mystery surrounds his resurrection. The silence after the bread and wine have become the God-man. The silence after the exchange of vows, when two, man and woman, become one flesh. The whole of creation seems to hold its breath in awe and wonder at the glory of God.